Right, hello grade 11s. This is functions lesson 2. I'm going to do this lesson over 2 videos because it's a bit long. So the first video is on the parabola and we're going to look at the horizontal shift of P. Now by horizontal shift we mean it moves from left to right. Vertical is up and down, horizontal is left and right. So consider the function y equals to x plus 2 plus 1 squared. Of course, if I remove the brackets, then you'll remember this is a perfect square. It will end up as y equals to x squared plus 2x plus 1. So it is a quadratic equation. Now, again, look at the mother graph y equals to x squared. And we're going to compare the two and see what is the difference. So let's investigate. Let's first do the mother graph. There's the mother graph. You remember when x is minus 1, and if you put minus 1 into the equation, you get x plus 1. So there you are, minus 1 and plus 1. And the same word, if I put a plus 1 in here, I get y plus 1. So there you are. So that point minus 1 plus 1. So this is the mother graph. And you will notice it goes down. So we call it a minimum turning point. We also call it a smiling face. So because a in front of x squared is positive. So we have our smiling face. Cool. If you look at this one here, you will notice that, again, if I use a minus 2 and put it into this equation, I get a plus 1. So I get a point here, minus 2 and plus 1. If I put a minus 1 into the equation, I get a plus 1. So it seems like that this whole graph moved one position to the left. You see here, that point lies there now. This point lies opposite 2. And this point lies on the 1. So this whole graph moved one position to the left. So which means, people, this x plus 1, this plus 1 in here, will tell you how many times the graph must move in the opposite direction. So if this is x plus 1, it will move 1 to the left. If that was x minus 1, it will move 1 to the right. If it was x plus 3, it will move 3 to the left. If it's x minus 4, it will move 4 to the right. So that's very important, and you must take note of that. So there you are. In each case, for y equals to x plus 1 squared, we use an x value of 1 unit less to produce the same y value. Cool. Right. Let's do a second example. Now I have x minus 2. So from the previous one, you should think now that a minus 2 means the graph should move 2 positions to the right. And there's a mother graph, and there you are. This graph moved 2 positions to the right. So that is, guys, the influence of the horizontal shift. Remember, like I told you, this value of P is the horizontal shift to the right. So please take note of that. Right. Now for the 2 examples above, we see that the number added to x directly in the mother function results in a horizontal shift in the opposite direction, like I said earlier on. Right. So we refer to the number added directly to x as a p value. Okay, guys? Right. This p here, the p in the formula. So in these transformations, we basically replace x with a p, and the result is a horizontal shift. So please take note of that. Right? So all of this explains to you what happens, x plus p. And of course, if p is positive, the graph shifts left. If p is negative, the graph shifts to the right. Cool. Right. I'm going to stop the video there, and in the next video, let's first do the example quickly. Let's sketch this graph quickly. So already you will know x minus 3, this graph should shift 3 positions to the right. And there you are. But what is the y value now? Well, what we can do is we can just work out certain values. Remember, that is the equation. So if I want to know what is a y-intercept, I will just make x 0. So if I make x 0 in the equation, if I make x 0 here, I'll get 0 minus 3 squared, which is 9. So let's see, is that the case? And if I do the final sketch, there you are. So it is a 9. There you are. Cool. So it's not so difficult. Okay. Right. This example I'm going to do in a next video. So end of this video.